Hey you guys, welcome back to Is Your Six Covered. Appreciate you showing up. And we're going over the answers for scenario 14. As always, you guys really kicked butt this time. So let's get started. Basically, Aunt Judy got stung by a bee in the neck and in the hand or arm. She does have an EpiPen. So some of the things we're going to think about, if you guys aren't familiar with EpiPens, I'll try to put a picture of one here. Somewhere over here. See what I can do. But so if somebody has an EpiPen, more than likely they've already been diagnosed for having a very severe allergy to something, peanut butter, bees, shellfish, so on and so forth. But things we're going to do is we're going to administer the EpiPen, or we're going to assist them with the EpiPen. You're basically going to have to take the cap off, use the thigh, put it in their leg, hold it there for 10 seconds. After you hear the click, it's basically the needle will shoot through the pants and into their leg. It'll administer the epinephrine into their leg. So hold it there for a while. Let it give it time for the epinephrine to get into the body. And then after that, you're basically going to need to cap it, depending on what model you have. Some of the things, and there's a few good answers in here, and I'll go over a little bit of them. But things like watches, right, and rings, more than likely you're going to get swelling in the airway, swelling on the arms and hands, maybe rashes of some sort, depending on what they're using or what is bugging them. So we might want to take off watches, tight jewelry of some sort, because as our fingers start to expand or swell up, it's not so much a life emergency, but get this stuff off while you can. Makes it easier. The fire department or the medics don't have to cut it off. And then you got to go to a jeweler and get your ring redone. So those are a couple of little things. Maybe tight collars, or whatever the case is. We're going to remove that person from the unsafe area because it was bees. Maybe there's a kid playing with a nest of bees, threw a rock at a nest or a hive or whatever the case is. Maybe move that patient away from that stuff. We're definitely going to dial 911. We're going to put the cap on. We're going to take some sort of time of when we administered the epinephrine. Usually that stuff takes like 5 to 15 minutes in an adult and 5 to 20 minutes in a child. Sometimes there will be needed is to administer 2 of them, depending on how your signs and symptoms and that kind of stuff. But let's get the first one in. Let's definitely get 911 started right away. As soon as you use a pen, you should call 911. That's just kind of a rule of thought. You use your pen, and someone should be coming to make sure that everything's working out right. Let's go over this. So we got great answers. The Genius Prepper. My solution is to get to know who has what allergies and prepare accordingly. If someone has insect allergies, then I would bring repellent. If they have food allergies, then I would pack food that they aren't allergic to. It's all in preparation. So great answer. Spec Ops 56. Basically, this was kind of a funny one. He had passed on it because he was the last member of his family that's still above snakes. And I told him, well, pretend it's a Playboy bunny girlfriend. And then he said, in that case, immediately apply mouth to mouth and vigorously chest massage. Bizarrizza Jizza. He put shoot her in the face, hashtag shoot her in the face, rest in peace, Aunt Judy. C-Max Arms, I don't know, keep calm, warm, immobile until treated. Yeah, depending on what allergy or what's going on with the patient. Maybe they're pale, maybe they're, let's do what we can for them if they're Motorman 0057. Give her a shot of the pen thing she has. Lay her down to calm the blood flowing And if in the arm or leg, you could tie a shirt or something above the sting to stop it flowing through, like a tourniquet, and call 911. So the call 911 is great. Other than that, I would just use the pin, call 911, keep the patient calm, keep the patient safe, like get her away from the bees. We got Zeus commented. I would give them Ormus and life would be good. I'm not sure what Ormus is. I'm assuming I know, but I don't know. RPM Idaho. Throw her in the water. Bees can't swim. And then meet her downriver. That is not a good answer. Let's see. Oh, here's a good one. Prepper Potpourri. I would give her shot and call 911 immediately. If she didn't have her pen handy, I would grab my first aid bag in my car and give her 5 Benadryl and apply lavender oil to the stings. Helps with swelling and pain. I would keep talking to her and keep her alert. Yeah, you definitely want to, if you're talking to her and she's communicating back and forth, that means her airway, everything's working fine. She's able to talk and communicate. If she starts, like getting nervous, like she can't breathe, those are the things that are really important to get 911 as fast as you can, because everything's swelling up. It could be your tongue, which is going to make your airway close up. It could be your neck and muscles, or just all sorts of stuff can happen. MCK, have someone call EMS, use the pin, get away from the peanut butter jelly sandwich, give her some water. I wouldn't give them anything until the paramedics arrive on scene. Let's see, trees are blowing. EpiPen, call 911. If out of ways from help, get her to ER as soon as possible. The ranting hick. With my family, the first thing you would do is pour her another glass of wine, then use the EpiPen. Oxjaw, all right. I'm really guessing here, and I didn't cheat by looking at the other comments, so I would get 911 rolling. Good job. Lay Aunt Judy on the ground to slow her heart rate. Things to consider, you may not have to lay them down. Whatever patient comfort is, whatever they feel most comfortable in, which is going to keep their heart rate down, and so on and so forth. Some people may we basically call it like tripoding, where they're like this. They got their hands down, holding them up maybe on a chair or whatever. If that's their best thing, or maybe they want to be a certain way or lay on a certain side, just patient comfort, whatever the best work for something like that. Let's see what else to say. Shoot her with the EpiPen, loosen her collar. So there you go, thinking about swelling. And pray. I'm curious about this one. It is not something I have a lot of knowledge about. Bad Billy 429. I would give her a shot with her EpiPen first, call 911 second. If out in the woods a ways, where it will be difficult for the first responders to find us, I would consider possibly putting her in the river to reduce swelling. River water is usually cold. Yeah, and you might have an ice chest. Maybe you guys are picnicking, like we said in the scenario. There may be an ice chest with some, maybe putting some on her arm to keep her fingers or whatever. But worry about hypothermia as well. Robin Jones, great answer. She said, give her the shot with the EpiPen, put the cap back on. Now remember, that needle is unsafe, right? You don't want to have a needle just lying around. So put cap back on, write down the time, call 911. Watch her to make sure she's breathing. Don't give her any food or water, and watch for shock. Try to keep her conscious, and when help arrived, give them the used EpiPen. And you can get such a severe allergy where they go unconscious. You may have to breathe for them. You remember, this stuff is life-threatening. This because it's just a bee sting per se. If you're not allergic to bees, well, this is deadly to some. Peanut butter is deadly to some. Shellfish is deadly to some. If you have no air, if you cannot breathe, you're going to die. Zero Cypher 7. Does Aunt Judy have a wheel, and am I in it? And Glock 17 said, I have no idea. Call 911. That's the best case. You don't know what to do? Call 911. Get them started. At least that's the first thing you can do. So great answers, you guys. Take care. Like, share, and subscribe. See you on the next one. And until then, is your 6 covered?